Hello, I'm Korak, and the game is The Forgotten City. We're back here again. As usual, we're going to talk to Galerius.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are?
I'm Korak, and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Sounds serious. I'm listening.
We're used to this at this point.
Yulia? Oh no. All right, I can do that.
Go.
I'll go. But once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Yeah, I'll tell you. And now we start. It's been a few days for me, so I needed a reminder, and so I watched the last video. And we did a bunch of things. We met Claudia, Malleolus' wife. We met the priestess, Equitia. And we found a way to enter the cistern, where there was some kind of zombified golden statue who tried to attack us. That's a very interesting place, and I have a feeling we haven't seen everything there.
Ixion turns.
Yes, Ixion turns. We also found a secret Christian altar hidden beneath the arena. And there was even... Let me see if I can go there. But there was even a whole secret area beneath the city. Oh, you're back.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Well, I'm a time traveler. I'm busy right now.
Oh, of course. I'll leave you to it then.
Thank you, Galerius, for being so understanding. Cannot tell you every single time. So, we discovered a whole secret area beneath the city, where there was a mysterious man. That's Fabia. We can trigger the scene with the assassin, but I will not do that yet.
How much would you want to make me a
And
bargain?
that whole area beneath the city, that whole area was accessed to the abandoned Greek temple. And finally we followed the assassin from the baths to Malleolus' house, because it turns out Malleolus was the man the assassin was looking for. But sadly we could not take the assassin's bow. And now there's a few things I would like to do. I would like to try to enter the bathhouse and talk to the priestess. She said she wanted to meet me there.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
But I feel if I do that, the loop's going to end. So let me try a few things first. I could try to free Dooley. That is an option. Just let me look at the journal. Okay. After taking a look at the journal, it seems we needed to talk to the priestess. To... what's her name? Equitia. Because we wanted to learn more about Livia and her current state of mind. And there was also the election, where we could try to make Galerius be a candidate and get elected. Another good option would be finding a way to make Malleolus drop out of the election. Maybe if I talk to him. I mean, he's a very stubborn man. He does not listen to reason, but I can try.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been
Warming up
elected
for speech?
your
Yes.
magistrate.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Nothing new. Apparently I cannot say there's an assassin coming for you, so I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Okay. So yeah, sadly I don't have much time today,
Oi!
so I will probably make this one shorter. I'm sorry about that.
Are
We've
they?
had a few longer episodes. And I will try to free Dooley. Why not? Worst that can happen is we go back to the start of the loop. Maybe we can learn something useful in the process.
Hello?
Okay, I talked to Dooley. And there is not an option to free him in the dialogue, which means we probably have to get a key from the magistrate, I presume. I don't think there's a key here. We could try going to look for that key. He watches through their eyes. I think what that means is the god who is responsible for this
Isn't the great temple majestic?
is watching through the eyes of the golden statues. That is why when they see a sin, they come to life and they kill everyone with bows and arrows.
Fresh meat, huh?
But the great question is, who is the god responsible for this? Which god created the golden rule, and why? The mysterious man we found beneath the city said before giving us any more information we needed to deduce who that god was, the god responsible for all this. And so that makes me think there is a way to deduce that logically.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Okay, we have not talked to you. Let me talk to you.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Okay, here's a very unpleasant woman. What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Hello, Sentia. I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Do you know a way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
Okay, she was in love with Ulpius, I think. So that makes sense. She was seeing someone, yes.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Your father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him. Any idea why?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Is it possible her lover was involved?
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
I don't think he was. If Ulpius was involved, that would have triggered the golden rule. Maybe it was suicide. I don't think suicide triggers the golden rule. Or maybe she did find an exit, who knows? Sentia, Scintilla? Why are your names all so similar? I think that's what the Romans did.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
Just an observation. Are you? Or I think you know something you're not telling me. Bluff. No. Just an observation.
If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says. As if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
That's sad. But that's all the questions I have.
So you'll help me find her?
I will try.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
Okay, I've searched Scintilla's room. And now I can talk to Ulpius, see if he knows something else. Show the pendant to Sentia. Do I have a pendant? Oh, the pendant. Yeah, I found the pendant in the cistern. That's right. Any idea whose it was?
Oh no, that's Scintilla's. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern?
I found it around the neck of a skeleton. That doesn't bode well.
A skeleton? Oh gods, you mean she's...
Dead. Unfortunately, yes. I'm sorry. Or I don't know, something about it doesn't seem right to me. Something definitely doesn't seem right.
What do you mean?
I'm just not sure how she could have been reduced to a skeleton after only 3 weeks.
But didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature down there that killed and ate Hannibal? Could it not have attacked her too?
Yes, I suppose that would explain it. He did, which makes me wonder what if the skeleton was Hannibal's. Or I'm probably just being paranoid. Let's try the middle one.
What are you saying? That somebody crept down there and put Scentilla's amulet on another body to make us think she was dead? Why would anyone do such a thing?
Perhaps they abducted her and want us to stop looking for her. I think she did it herself to make us all stop looking for her. I have no idea which one of these might be right. I'll try the first one. The second one's possible, but I have no proof, so perhaps.
But who? Who could have a reason to do that?
Malleolus could do anything to hurt your father. Or Domitius. He's a Sleaze and has better access to the cisterns than anyone. Ulpius. He was her secret lover, and he's clearly heartbroken. Perhaps they had a falling out. Horatius? He had access to her amulet, and seems a little too cold and composed. Sentius? Perhaps he found out she had a secret lover. Or you would. Everyone seems to love her, and I bet that made you envious. That's a list of suspects. I have to choose. There is no I don't know option. If I had to guess, I wouldn't say Ulpius. And I don't think Sentius or Sentia would be responsible for this. I will say Malleolus, even though I have no proof. I don't like him at all, so he would be a suspect.
That is an extremely serious accusation. I take it you have something to back it up.
No, but I had to choose one and make an accusation, so that's what I did. It's more of a hunch. I'm still investigating.
So this is just baseless speculation then? I've heard enough. I won't have you peddling scurrilous gossip about my sister's tragic death. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy theories to yourself and leave me alone to grieve, you barbarian.
Okay, I'm sorry. She's angry now? Okay, let me see what we were doing here. We were trying to find the key to free Tullius. This is Scintilla's room. There is nothing here. That's new. I am sorry to have to leave you this way, but I have found a way to escape, and I must take it. I hope we meet again someday. That's very relevant. If that note is to be believed, then she hasn't been kidnapped or killed. Not necessarily, but she tried to escape. The thing is, how did she find a way to escape? Why would she try to escape without her lover? I don't see a key anywhere. No.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Ave.
I did not find a key that would let me free Dooley. Let me see if I can talk to Ulpius. Because Sentia seemed to be very angry with me. I can run, that's good. Wait against the current. Does that refer to the river? Because everyone who ended up here was taken here by the river, it seems.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule.
I'm feeling a bit on edge.
That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Actually, I really need to talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there.
Is this what Sentia would want? I've already asked this, but maybe there's a new option now that I've talked to Sentia.
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone. Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Okay, these are all just one option, so that doesn't look good.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that. Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
Okay, so I think the solution here is just having 2,000 denarii. I can steal from anyone I need and get the money. And there was a chest from which I could take quite a few denarii. So I'll go there after this.
Yulia and I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back.
I see.
So, do you have the money or not?
Not yet.
Exactly. Nobody does. And even I'm out. Wherever you are, Sentia, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
He's clearly in love. I don't think he hurt her, but I need to get the money. I haven't looked at this one. I urinated into Malleolus' villa from above and got away with it. And I got an achievement for reading 10 graffiti. Okay. Let's use the zipline. It's always fun. Very good. And that's a chest, which, if I'm not mistaken, should contain money. Okay. Now the question is, how much money do I have? Okay, I'm just 300 away from having the money to buy Ulpius' freedom. And Julia's. That's very good. I should be able to do that. What is this place? Nothing I can look at. It's a very nice, relaxing garden with what looks like an altar. I like it.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths.
Yeah, an assassin. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Not in the shrine.
What? Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Okay. Now I can talk to the assassin, and there's two things I can do before things inevitably end. I could talk to the priestess in the baths, or I could talk to Octavia. I guess I'll have to do both, sooner or later.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Yes, he's in the villa, right at the end of this road. He goes by Malleolus now.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you...
Thank you, Mr. Assassin. Now let me go into the baths. I don't think I've been here before. Okay. I think when I entered the city, I came through this place. I remember this mosaic in the water. So maybe if there's an exit, it should be here. Yeah, that's where I fell. That's the hole through which I fell. And that means this might be an exit. If there was a way to go back up there. Okay, at least we're going to see a new place. And if the loop ends, I will have to cut it here. But we have learned a couple things, so that's good. Let me get into the water. See if there's something here that I could examine. No.
The many shall suffer.
Oh no.
For the sins of the one.
Okay, this happened faster than I thought it would. That's not very good. That's a lot of statues. I need to get out of here, and fast. Thing is, can I still take money? Because I need money. Okay, let me... No, please don't hurt me. I would like to go in here and take money. No, that's not a great idea. Okay, no. There isn't a lot of money here anyway. If there was another way, but maybe that'll be enough. Considering next time I can go to that chest again. It has almost 300. Oh, I died. Yeah. Continue from last save. Trying to find money while they were shooting at me was never a good idea. Or maybe I'm just not good enough at dodging the bullets.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
The arrows. Let me talk to the assassin again.
Thank you.
He's in the villa. Okay. And since I did not see the priestess here, I will try to see Fabia. This is not the
Stay away
place.
from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment.
Where's the bakery?
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a...
You're hiding, yes.
Did you stop him?
Not yet.
What are you waiting for?
Okay, she wants me to stop him, A Roman recipe for bread. Yeast, salt, water and flour. Okay. Makes sense. I thought she just wanted him to go, but no. Looks busy. I cannot attack him. I cannot do anything. Yeah, I can talk to anyone. And since this is going to end anyway, I will steal.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
At least now, I know I will have enough money next time that I can buy the freedom of Ulpius and Julia. They keep shooting at me. That's not good. I hope this time I make it to the shrine. Yes. Oh, and he's still alive. We had never seen that before. Now it's been almost a week for me. Let's talk to Galerius first. Get this out of the way.
Salve, friend.
Let's say the usual.
Sounds serious. I'm listening. Julia? Oh no. All right, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll go. But once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Maybe I will. Now go save Julia. Since I last played, I've been thinking a lot about this game. Editing the videos. And I think we have enough money to save Ulpius and Julia and buy their freedom from Malleolus. Let me see. If I go to my inventory, I only need 100 denarii, which should be available for me in that chest.
Can't stay. Places to be.
Up there. Now this is a chest. Very good. I can take the money. And now I should have more than 2,000 denarii, which means I can buy back Ulpius and Julia's freedom. Let's do this.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I really need to talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Not this time, my friend.
Oh no. No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Alright, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
I will. Yeah, we can try this one again. And then let him know we have the money. Is this what Sentia would want?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
You'd never believe me if I told you.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help solve your problem.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
Equitia was able to get some silphium in time to save her life. She's going to be fine.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
Actually, I do.
Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then.
And now we finally see your face. No, you'd be free.
You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers?
Yes, of course.
It seems today we're both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
Good people do exist. And I get an achievement counselor for saving Ulpius' life. Here's your money.
Thank you. I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
You could tell me about your relationship with Sentia.
Ah. And there it is. All right. Sentia and I were in love. And then, 22 days ago, she went missing.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
All right. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus' villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her, standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa. I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. And then she looked up and saw me, and she smiled. I knew at that moment the fates had brought me to her, and from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd have done anything for her. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here. Like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night. All I could do was keep my head down and try to hide how beside myself I was. Sentia was the one thing that made my life bearable. But with her gone, things unraveled quickly. You saw how bad it got.
Is it possible she escaped somehow?
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the Golden Rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Even now, it's as if I can hear her voice in my head, crying out to me. That can only mean one thing. Somebody abducted her. I have no idea how, or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl. But what else could have happened?
Wouldn't abducting someone break the Golden Rule? Anyway, Any ideas about who might have taken her?
My guess? Malleolus had something to do with it. He is without doubt the most evil man I have ever known. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa, upstairs, which is always locked. I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking the golden rule. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow, it would shed light on a great many things.
I've already tried that. There's no sign of Sentia in there.
Oh, I see. That was the only idea I had. I'll give it some more thought. Come and find me a little later. I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend.
You're welcome.
I'll never forget what you did for us.
That is very good. Now, more things that I wanted to try. This is the Great Temple. No one is allowed inside. It's locked. And it's the biggest and grandest temple in the city, which probably means it's dedicated to the god who made all this possible, who created the golden rule and brought us here somehow. So we need to know who this temple is dedicated to, which god. I know it has to be a male god, because the Whisperer said he watches through their eyes. At this point I'm pretty sure they mean the god responsible for all this is watching through the eyes of the golden statues. And that is how he notices any crime or sin. But look at that, that's an obelisk. Someone told us about this, and it's an Egyptian one with hieroglyphs and depictions of probably Egyptian gods. So there's a mixture of cultures and influences here. We have most architecture and buildings are Roman, but there's also a Greek temple and an Egyptian obelisk. Very interesting. Let me inspect the obelisk. It seems somebody removed a plaque from here. I'll need to find it to decipher the meaning of the obelisk. Okay, so there's a plaque we have to find. That's one thing, we've freed Ulpius and Yulia. That's very good. Now this is Octavia.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Let me quickly see if she has something new to say. Hello, Octavia.
What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm thankful that you're here. Can I help you with something?
Well, you could give me the key to the secret Christian shrine, but it doesn't look like there's anything new.
Please keep that to yourself. There was a terrible fire in Rome last.
Yeah, we know about that.
Ah, that's a shame.
I'll be
Another
going
time
now.
then.
Okay, I've talked to Octavia, and she has nothing new to say. This is locked and there is no other way in that I can see. Maybe from above? I think the quest marker said we had to find a creative way to enter, but it looks like there's an invisible wall here. So we have a few invisible walls in this game. And at this point,
Salve, friend.
if there is no other entrance, we need to find the key, I think. Which probably should be... And I think Sentia must have the key. There's also the butterflies and the vines that I should be able to climb, but I haven't found a way. Seek a bow. Maybe when I have a bow. Is that Yulia? Hey. Hello, Yulia.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Apparently she still doesn't know she's free. Maybe Octavia hasn't talked to her yet. Let me see if she has anything new to say.
You mean my life story? Oh. Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't, cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while, until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river and then... The next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
Like everyone else. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I consider myself fortunate. At least I'm still alive.
Do you know a way out of here?
If that's your idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
Yeah, that was probably insensitive. Sorry, Yulia. But hey, I just bought your freedom. You should be a bit more cheerful. Now, here is the priestess. Let me talk to her.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Can we talk to her now? Do you know a way out of here?
I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Yeah, sure. I don't think she told us this story before. Why not? I have time.
Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage where Baucis and Philemon lived. Now, the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately, the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Baucis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. and then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic. Realizing only a select few possess such powers, says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Baucis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
We should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves. I agree, or perhaps it's that the gods might kill you at any moment for failing their test, and they don't even have to tell you what the rules are. We're going to say the first one.
I'm pleased to hear it.
What's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Interesting. Now, this is how we can nominate people. I'd like to nominate Galerius.
I like the idea, but I know Galerius well, and his position has always been that he won't run unless Malleolus withdraws. It was only yesterday that he said to me he'd only ever run if it was absolutely necessary to make sure Sentius wasn't re-elected. So, I suppose if you'd like to see Galerius elected magistrate, you'd need to persuade Malleolus to withdraw somehow.
Got it. Malleolus needs to withdraw first. And I think we should talk to Sentius about that. Who's allowed to vote?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
The women can't vote.
That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain. I can't allow the perception that I'm being anything but fair and independent, but if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
I like Equitia. She seems very wise and intelligent. Such as?
By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
What's your role in the election?
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
Can I nominate another candidate?
You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination.
I don't want to start the election now. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Some people mentioned an encounter with a stranger on the riverbank.
Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else?
That's all I noticed so far.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind.
Livia?
And dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Livia's fate. Livia's a very intriguing character. I definitely want to know more about her. But I will be going now.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbours.
Thank you, Equitia. And we'll have to cut this here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.